Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Noles will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, two flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these two programs really had it rolling, when they had so much NFL talent and speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And this was a game that always seemed to determine the national championship picture at the end of the year.
To the ground with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, 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 but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Creating solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. This series is littered with Florida State heartbreaks in close games, but the last time they met, it was the Noles pulling out a close one.
Florida State found a way to get it done. If you can not involve the kicker, a lot of times in this series, things will go well, but they executed. They made the plays they needed to. They got one in a row, Palmer. Can they get 2?
And, David, at the end of the day, it was just Florida State that executed better. They made a few more plays, a few more explosive plays, didn't make the same mental errors, and that's why they won that game close. Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Touch pass on the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Might as well give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
They go to the draw. And he'll be brought down.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down mark, but tried to get to it. Got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass, it's Glenn. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. What a tremendous catch, dare I say, in the vein of the playmaker in Hurricane lore.
So many elite playmakers in Miami history. The names are so great. You want to put your name on that wall. Those kind of plays will put your name in the mix with those guys down the road.
After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Martinez on the carry. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass, it's Ward. Got his man. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Hurricanes have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the 3rd play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see if you're the coaching staff.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Got it in the middle. It's Restrepo. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
The Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Yeah, and it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points, so you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Douglas. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Glenn. They're bringing heat. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, Miami, Florida State is must-see TV, and today is no different. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll open the second half with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Motion from the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Douglas. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State center.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to pop the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Offense facing 4th down.
And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Florida State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. They'll run it. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
That keeps the score. Miami 14, Florida State 9.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll turn to Martinez. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Canes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride. Gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Back to pass, it's Glenn. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Still on his feet.
That's a decision I think the head coach is going to be questioned about after this football game, because you could have just tied the game easily with an extra point kick. You went for the lead. You come up short. Do you have time? Can your defense get you the ball back to give you an opportunity to win this one?
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Benson. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Makes his connection.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Finds the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Back to the air one more time. Complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Gets it out fast. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
Working that left side now. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Handoff from the gun. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They'll leave it with him. What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away.